start with the starters here in the third. Podbelsic, Cook, Horsham, Block, and Bowlby. Railers on the alternating possession will have the basketball, and our third quarter is underway as Pod will track it down in the backcourt. Railers moving to our left. A good 9 or 10-0 run to start this quarter sure would be nice. Gavin, top of the key, firing a three and hits. Good way to start.
At first I wasn't sure if he was sure he wanted to shoot that or not, but he followed through and held it there and got a real nice spin on the ball, and that's the way you start it here.
Railers have extended their pressure a little bit, up now by 9.
Look where Pod's at, Jeff, all the way out near half court. That's what we talked about. Make them hit a jump shot. I don't know that they can.
Stevens, trapped by Horsham and Block. Bowlby's got the underneath covered up, and he's forced to throw it away off of Gavin's foot. Nice defense by the Railers.
Yeah, they had him trapped, and he shouldn't have been able to get out of there. But as you can see, Jeff, and Neil's exactly right at what he's doing here. Why respect their mid-range game when they haven't shown they can hit anything but 5-foot shots?
Baseline jumper on the way from our favorite number 15, up and good.
Nelson, we got a name on him.
Isaac Nelson.
Well, Nelson that time stroked about a 14-foot baseline jumper. Cut our lead down to 7.
Hands off to Podbelsic. Will looking backdoor, but Gavin wasn't there. Bowlby will hold high now to Gavin.
They're still in man-to-man, although Church is more of in a help mode, almost in a one-person zone there.
Bowlby fires a three, and he hits.
Well, like I said, Jeff, keep firing threes, right?
Well, you know, at Lincoln, a three is a mid-range jumper.
That's true, especially when Nellie was here.
Church back over to Day, now to Nelson. 6.5 to go. Railers with their first double-digit lead of the night. Stevens looked like he got away with a walk. Day, top of the key. Church, can he track it down? He cannot. And we talk about this every game, Joel. Why do turnovers like that always happen right in front of your coach?
You know, Jeff, we're proving just a little bit of pressure on their ball handlers is all it takes.
Bowlby, can he hit 2 in a row? Yes, he can. A long one from Bowlby.
I was just getting ready to say, I bet Bowlby will hit another three here.
Matt Reed's going to take another timeout. They're taking time. You know what? We'll keep it here. 6:09 to go in the third quarter. And, Joel, we talked about getting off to a quick start. Railers with a 9-2 advantage early on here in the third. And I guess when you're Lincoln, you go back to what you do best, and that's hit the long-range shots. And if they're falling, you take them.
Well, the good thing about the 3 that Gavin hit and the 2 that Bowlby just hit is they're wide open. I mean, they're part of the offensive set. They weren't rushed. Nobody was off balance. And, yeah, if we get those shots, we're going to take them all day. And, you know, I'm not sure why Springfield has decided to lay off the weak side. They're almost overcompensating for the fact that we'll hit a couple 15-footers in the Lincoln's passing is sucking their weak side wing defender into the lane, and that's why we're able to rotate the ball and get the shots we want. If I was Coach Reed, I'm going to say, well, let's just stop that. Let's just play straight up man-to-man.
So the Railers, we've talked about their balanced scoring throughout this season, and tonight with Bowlby and Block shooting here in the third, very balanced. Podbelsic and Horsham with 7, Block and Bowlby each with 6.
Well, and the good thing, Jeff, look out on the floor for Lincoln. There's not one person out there that can't knock down multiple threes, including our 2 bigs. So, I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on a team when we shoot the ball well.
It certainly is a nice problem to have. As we go under 6 minutes, Railers have doubled up the Senators so far here in the third. It's 26-13. Day coming around a screen is Nelson. Thought he would fire it, but Horsham and Bowlby are there to close out on him. Over on the side, Pearl's jumper is no good. Church couldn't track it down. He does in the corner, but Podbelsic's right there for the steal. Will, 1 on 3. He'll pull it back out to Horsham. Good decision by the senior. Max, top of the key, 3. Left it way short.
But again, that was a wide open 3. You'll have Max shoot that all the time, and boy, they missed Church on a run out on the other end.
Stevens down the lane, contact on Bowlby, no call underneath. Stevens lost it. It's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it's going to stay with Springfield.
You got to give Coach Reed a lot of credit, Jeff. He is really into the game, animated, trying to get every ounce he can out of the struggling 0-13 team, and it's got to be a tough situation, but hats off to him for really giving these kids everything that they deserve.
Vinson for a long three, missed it badly. Gavin tried to track down the rebound. It's going to go off the backside of Stevens, and it'll go to the Railers. And you know, Joe, that's just not Coach Reed trying to get an 0-13 team enthusiastic. This is the way Coach Reed has always been since he's been at Springfield.
Right, and this is definitely his toughest year, and it's just good to see that he's the same consistent guy all the way through.
Gavin hands off to Max at the timeline. Under 5 minutes to go. Railers on top 13. Here comes Tyler around the screen. They can't get it to him. Max will fire a three. It's on the way, and that's up and good. Max on the board.
And after that went in, Max just kind of looked like, you know, it's about time. Finally, I got one to go here.
Well, it's good because Max has hit a three now in every game this year. The only player to have a three go down in all 15.
You know, in the blink of an eye, Jeff, we're up by 16 points.
Horsham with the steal. Flips ahead to Will. Will goes up. He's hammered. He'll go to the line shooting two. And that's something that the Railers have been looking for, I think. And I think something that the coaching staff is looking for more of when Joey gets back, so Joey can go to the point of the defense. Will can step to the back as they can get some of those easy 4-6 points on runouts and steals.
Yeah, this is a direct result probably of the speech the kids probably got at halftime and the tone that Neil said. I'm sure he probably told some guys, you come out and put it on the line here, you're going to go sit down. And Railers definitely responded. And something I've been kind of waiting to see and excited here is 6'6" sophomore Adam Conrad going to check in and get some good varsity minutes here.
Belsick's first did not go down. Second one will. So the Railers are up now 30-13.
Jeff, when you get into regional sectionals and calls get a little tight, a guy like Conrad, getting him this time may pay off because he is a big kid.
And a 10 count, and there really wasn't a lot of what you would think of a lot of pressure, but Joel, you pointed it out all night. A little pressure certainly goes a long way against the Senators.
It does, and the thing that has got to bother you if you're Coach Reed, against the zone, there's a backdoor, Jeff.
Backdoor, nice pass underneath to Conradi with the catch from Pod, up and good.
Well, they shouldn't have all this trouble getting the ball up individually against a zone. They're really just shooting themselves in the foot. You don't dribble your way through a zone, you pass your way through a zone.
Stolen away again. Gavin tried to go behind the back. Instead, Day with the steal. Layup is good.
Well, we got another steal, and we were headed the other way for looked like it was going to be an easy 3-on-1, and got the ball taken away from us.
Another timeout taken, a 30-second timeout. Again, we will keep it here. 3:54 to go, 32-15. Railers on top by 17.
Yeah, Jeff, and I want to thank you guys at the radio station for having me come help out while Josh is off being honored for his Josh Comnick greatness in Hartsburg tonight. I know he'll tell you that they were there to honor the team, but my sources tell me it was a parade and a celebration of Josh. So, no, but I'm really enjoying this tonight. It's been a while since I've done it, and you and Josh do a great job. I want to thank you. And for those of you who missed your Josh Comnick fix tonight, I want to let you know tomorrow at Lincoln College, the 7th grade county tournament is at the new gym at Lincoln College. Games are at 10, 11:15, and 12:30, and you can catch Coach Comnick at 12:30, Jeff, and it looks like Bowlby's headed to the locker room.
Well, that's so it'll be interesting to check on that because Conradi did come in for Bowlby, so we'll have to see if we can find out what's going on with that. So after the timeout, 3:40 to go in our third. Lincoln on top, 32-15. Max underneath, working against Jacobs. Jumper up and good. He can get that all night.
Well, that's a big-time move. He faked one way, came back the other, and shot it. That's why, Max starting to get some looks from some Division I schools because he can do things like that.
34-15. Day over to Balster. Skips it down in the corner for Jacobs, and some fans in the first couple rows had to duck out of the way, and I guess a good one word to describe the ball handling from Springfield so far is uncomfortable.
Yeah, Jeff, they don't have a true point guard, and I'm not sure, based on what I've seen, they've really got technically a shooting guard. That they've got a lot of, it looks like guys that are the size of point guards and two guards that just can't handle the ball. And as the game progresses now, you can see why they struggle so much.
Well, I remember a point guard that they had a few years ago that used to hurt us every time was Isaiah Hale.
Yes. And before that, Randy Rice.
Oh, gosh.
Randy Rice and Steve Dixon.
Pod goes baseline, kicks it to Max on the baseline. Now to Conradi. Over to Horsham. Thought about the three, didn't take it. Under 3 minutes to go in our third.
Looks like Bowlby came out with his elbow wrapped up, so maybe a cut is what
maybe a cut. They just wrapped it up. Yep, Max fires a three. Missed it. Gavin with a nice job on the offensive boards, and he was going to bounce it to Max. Maybe Gavin should have taken that shot, but the ball's turned over. Jacobs will pull up from three in front of the Springfield bench. That goes high, and Gavin with the Railer rebound.
Yeah, Gavin did a great job on the offensive glass there. I'd like to see him just explode up into his jump shot.
Gavin having a little trouble working against the Springfield defense. Podbelsic hands to Gavin. Gavin gets his defender up in the air to Conradi. Horsham with a long three, and he hit it.
Oh, my goodness. And it wasn't like he wasn't being guarded there by Jacobs, and Horsham smacks one down from about 22 feet.
37-15, and that Railer lead that was 6 at halftime, Joel, has grown to 22. That's got to be close to a 5 count. Instead, steps are going to be called.
Well, when you're bringing the ball up the floor, Jeff, I mean, the guy goes over by the scores table and picks up his dribble. Well, you don't want to do that against a trapping half-court defense. And then the bad thing was the young man that threw it to him in the front court took his time in getting across half court and kind of left his own man hung up to dry. So just a lot of mental breakdowns here for Springfield at the moment.
Bowlby and Cruz back into the lineup for the Railers. That'll give Conradi and Block a chance to get a rest here at the 150 mark. In the third, Lincoln on top, 37-15. Cruz with the wide open baseline, and he missed it again. Austin's had 2 really good looks tonight and hadn't got him to either one go down.
That's about the first thing that's happened in the third quarter that you could all complain about, and you know, Neal wasn't real happy about that, but we got the look we wanted again.
Jacobs will try another 3. That's no good. Ball tipped around. Church comes down with it, hands it to Pearl, who lays it up and in.
And if you're Springfield, Jeff, really, they need to knock off all the three-pointers and try to get in the lane, because they're obviously not real good shooters. Most of their shots are really flat and not even close to being on. You know, we'd love to have a guy like Church, and they don't even utilize him.
Horsham coming around a screen, fires off another 3, missed it badly off the right side. Podbelsic pulls it down. His jumper from about 18. That's no good, and there's Podbelsic again with the offensive rebound. Hands to Bowlby at the 1-minute mark, and I believe Max is going to be called for steps.
Yeah, not sure about that. I think he got the ball and ball faked and then kind of reversed his dribble, but nothing you can do about it now.
I think sometimes a move just looks so good that the official thinks, well, they had to do something wrong to get that.
Yeah, it was a pretty simple move to me. Let's see, we get this one back here. Springfield high there, 25 for Springfield. Stevens kind of shoved off with his offhand while he was dribbling into Horsham in the backcourt, and you know, I don't know if Tyler had a little bit of acting in him, but he did go sliding about 10 feet on the floor.
We will certainly take it. The foul on Stevens. That's his 3rd. Only the team's 2nd. Not many fouls called here in the second half.
Good to see Bowlby back in. It looks like, Jeff, he's got his elbow wrapped up, so we'll just assume it was maybe a cut situation.
Horsham, as we're approaching 30 seconds, Railers on top by 20, 37-17. Looking like another single-digit quarter for the Railer defense, and they've really been experts in those here the past 5 or 6 games.
Lincoln definitely here going to hold it for one shot, down to about 17 seconds left in the third quarter, excuse me. Want to forget the first quarter.
Yeah. Did we even have one of those? Did we?
Well, Springfield was here. I don't know that we were.
Cruz backdoor to Max. Max strong off the glass and good.
Now that's how you go up for a layup and finish, Jeff. You go up strong and you put it in.
And that's how our third quarter will end. It's Lincoln 39, Springfield 17. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.